Today we're talking about evil versus good food for erections. If you want to know which foods are good or bad for your testosterone, which affects your unreliable erections or erectile dysfunction, then stay tuned, because today that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about which foods you should use and which foods you should avoid. And hey, my name is Brian, aka Uncle B, and for the last 20 years I've been the sexual performance coach with African Fly, the liquid aphrodisiac. And of course, during that time, I'm not a genius, it's just what I do constantly. I'm looking around doing research, and it's important for guys to know which foods they should be eating and which foods to avoid, because that's something you do every day. And so specifically what we're going to talk about is things that you should know about testosterone just off break. Which foods reduce testosterone and which foods boost testosterone. And as a bonus, I'm going to give you a coaching tip that's just easy for you to understand in terms of being able to figure out food. So stay tuned for that. And as always, if you like what you hear, go ahead, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you can get more information like this. And what I'm going to do right now is break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. All right, let's talk about testosterone. And this is important because your grandfather has more testosterone than you. This is a worldwide thing where testosterone levels are going down. There are several reasons for that. And actually, I'll probably do another video talking about the specific reasons for testosterone so you can adjust yourself and your sons and your daughters for that matter, because men and women have testosterone and estrogen. But we need to be in balance, and we're out of balance right now. And testosterone can be depressed by the foods that you eat. So we're going to talk about that. So just a couple of things you may or may not know. Men have 10 times more testosterone than women. That accounts for the hair, the muscle, etc., etc. Inadequate amounts of testosterone can lead to infertility for men. And as I noted in a previous video, the number of people having babies is actually going down in America, and testosterone is one of the issues. And just to go over the basics, testosterone, well, it helps in reducing fat, production of muscle mass and of bone mass, helps with size and strength, and also red blood cell creation. And as you probably know, as you get older, your testosterone levels go down roughly 1% per year, depending on your level of sexual health and your activity, etc., etc. And one thing for a lot of guys, the more fat we gain, the more it changes into estrogen. So it becomes a downward cycle. It's called aromatase, where your testosterone turns into estrogen, and you don't want that. So stay tuned. We're going to start talking about which foods you can use so we can reverse that situation. All right, first of all, let's go over the foods to avoid. And I know I'm going to hit a lot of guys with this one, but it's the simple ones: alcohol and beer. Alcohol has been linked to just lowered testosterone levels. I mean, literally, it's a poison that just happens to make us feel woozy. And of course, a poison is going to be healthy for us. And in beer, the hops that are used to make beer are estrogenic, and it's so powerful it actually reduces the free testosterone that's in your body already. So that's a double whammy. I understand there's a lot of guys are like, but my beer. And it's like, hey, it's your beer or your erections. It's up to you. And let's just go over the basics. These you sort of already know, but let's just break it down. Soda, very high in sugar. Sugar pummels your testosterone levels. Ice cream, obviously, the many different snacks, the cookies and things like that out there, that lowers your testosterone. And when you're going for some of the regular foods, some of the things we don't even think about, the pasta, that has a lot of extra carbohydrates that can turn into sugars. It depends on what type of pasta you have, but basically you're going to end up having problems with your testosterone. And some things we just use to celebrate, like nachos and chicken wings, just not good for you health-wise, period. One thing that people try to get into is a low-fat diet, and the problem with a low-fat diet is that part of your testosterone comes out of fat. So, don't go for the low-fat diet, but you do need to avoid the sugars. One thing a lot of guys may not be aware of is soy. We hear a lot about soy products and soy milk and all these different things. Soy is not actually good for your testosterone. Originally, the reason why this came up is because in Okinawa, Japan, they realized people were living a lot longer and they were eating a lot of soy. So it's like, yes, We're going to do that too in the Western world. But first, let's go through GMOs, genetically modified all. And so now it becomes some crap. And so soy went from being a great thing to a not so great thing. So avoid the soy milk, the soy products. All right, let's go into the foods that will actually increase your testosterone and actually help you lower your estrogen, which is good as well. Pumpkin seeds is a good source of zinc, and zinc is helpful in the formation of testosterone. Spinach has one of the highest levels of dietary magnesium that you can find, and magnesium is part and parcel to helping develop your testosterone. Celery contains a sterol that acts like testosterone in your body. So go for it with celery. Asparagus has zinc and B vitamins, which is great for improving your testosterone levels. Garlic triggers the luteinizing hormone, which helps with the production of testosterone. Avocados, the high fat content in avocados also helps with the production of testosterone. Cauliflower, this is sort of on the opposite end, is good for testosterone, but is more known for flushing out estrogen. And kale both flushes out estrogen and increases testosterone levels with the amount of magnesium that is in it. So I've given you the bad foods and the good foods, but now I want to give you an understanding of it because I'm talking to guys all over the world. I know my guys over there in Sweden, I may have mentioned some vegetables and fruits that just not is available over there. And also over in Nigeria, my guys over in Brazil, we have a worldwide audience and some of the fruits and vegetables just aren't available there. So here's an understanding overall. It goes back to what I've said before in another video. We're talking about live food and dead food. So live food equals live erections. Once again, live food equals live erection. Dead food equals dead erections. We already know this. What's better for your erections, watermelon or Snickers? Pretty simple. So that's something to keep in mind. I highly encourage you to keep going to whole plants for the bulk of your diet. Of course, don't go overboard with anything you eat, especially including live food. So you have some foods that sit there on the border for you. So like beans. Beans are great for protein, but they also bind a lot of the minerals that are used in the production of testosterone. So you can eat beans, get the protein, but don't go overboard. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Testosterone levels are lower than ever, and we have to change that. Alcohol, beer, sugar, sodas, snacks. Go ahead and cut that out. Pumpkin seeds, spinach, celery, asparagus, avocados, cauliflower, and kale. Get that in. And also, if you're around the world, just look for other foods that are going to be helpful for your health, and that's going to be live foods. It's going to be some benefit in there somewhere for you. Whole plants are always better than manufactured foods for increasing testosterone. So, the question of the day: what testosterone losing foods did you not know about? And what foods do you already eat that increases testosterone? Leave your comments below. And as always, if you like what you heard, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you can get some more information. Hey, this is Uncle B saying, get your game up. Peace out.